this simulation to help you collect data for our enzyme activity lab. So in this particular simulation, as it talked about in the pre-lab, the reaction that's being run is the lactase catalyzed reaction that breaks lactose into its monomers of glucose and galactose. So the value that's being measured by this particular simulation is the glucose concentration, because as this reaction progresses, the concentration of glucose should be increasing in the reaction vessel. And so in order to run this simulation, it's actually a really simple simulation to run. You will see right here that you have 3 different variables that you can change. Right now, they're all set at their defaults. And so at the top, I have the initial lactose concentration, and it automatically starts at, like, sets itself at 500 when you start the simulation. And that's 500 milligrams per deciliter. So there's the unit for that concentration as well. The default temperature that it opens up at is 25 degrees Celsius, and the pH is 7. Remember that with pH, if you go below 7, you are making the environment more acidic. 7 is considered neutral. If you go above 7, you are making the environment around this enzyme more basic. So first of all, in order to collect data, I will just collect data at the default settings, which is actually all of the trials that you got in your pre-lab. They were just set at the default setting. So all the data you got in the pre-lab was at an initial lactose concentration of 500 milligrams per deciliter, a temperature of 25, and a pH of 7. But let me just run it and show you how that data was collected. So I set these to wherever I want, and then I just go ahead and I hit run. So there is one whole trial. So it's just run one trial of this for you, and it has collected data on the glucose concentration over a 20-minute period. And it's collected data every minute for those 20 minutes. So how do I know what this data is? Because I'm actually going to need these numbers to put into my Google Sheet in order to process this data. So the way that I know is I just click on the line. And when I click on the line, you can see down at the bottom underneath where it says run 1, it says 74.5. That 74.5 is the glucose concentration. You see above where it says run 1, it says 1 minute. That 1 minute is the time. So this is the glucose concentration, 74.5, at 1 minute into this experiment. Now notice if I move, now it's at 2 minutes and the glucose concentration is 160. At 3 minutes, it's 250. At 4 minutes, it's 274. Or 272. So your job is to go across this and copy those numbers down into your Google Sheet, because what this is the data for one trial under these conditions. If I need a second trial, I can just hit run again, and notice it'll put it right there on the same graph. And notice underneath minutes, it now says run 2. So now when I click, you see how now at every minute, I see 2 data points. I see what run 1 was, and I see what the concentration was for run 2. So the runs are what we're calling trials. So that is actually 2 trials worth of data, and those will need to be copied down into my sheet. So I can just keep running it. Same conditions, here comes a 3rd trial, and I've got more data. If I hit it again, I get a 4th trial. Okay, and that's how you're going to collect your data. When you're ready, you can reset it, and then you can try another treatment. I don't know what you chose for your independent variable, but let's say that you chose to change the temperature. So I can come up here to the temperature slider. I can raise the temperature by sliding this. Or if I want to, instead of that, if that's too hard, because I know the trackpads are hard to use, I can also just type in the temperature that I want. And then I can go ahead and I can run it again for a couple of trials. And again, I just click on these lines and I copy down the data for every trial into my Google Sheet so that I can do some data analysis. So when I'm done, I can always just reset it. Reset always takes it back to the initial values that it automatically starts at, which again, these are the values that were in the pre-lab data. It was set at these default values. So that's how you use this simulation to collect your data. And now you can go ahead and you can get started, and you can set it the way you need it, and you can go ahead and collect all your data for this lab.